Okay, today we're going to be looking at quadratics, completing the square and sketching. So completing the square should done at GCSE, although again it's going to get a little bit more difficult. And then we're going to be looking at how we can use that in order to sketch quadratic curves. So first of all, completing the square is literally just writing the first bit of a quadratic, x squared plus bx, in this form. And these are interchangeable. So basically we put b over 2 in the brackets squared minus b over 2 squared, and if you want to try expanding that, you'll end up back here. So this is a formula you need to learn. And we're going to be looking at all the different things that we can write in this form. They do get slightly harder, but we'll go through examples for each of those. So first example. Okay, so we want to complete the square on x squared plus 6x. I've chosen 6 because it looks a bit like b. So we need to half the value of b, so here 6 is b. So brackets x plus 6 over 2 squared minus 6 over 2 squared. So literally just put 6 in where it says b in this equation. Now I'm going to simplify. So it's going to be x plus 3 squared minus 3 squared, which is x plus 3 squared minus 9. So the completed square form of x squared plus 6x is x plus 3 squared, take 9. Right, let's try some harder ones. Okay, so example 2, slightly different now. We've got a number on the end as well, but we're still using 6x. And the way we're going to do this is literally just by ignoring the 5 until we're finished. So same as before, x plus 6 over 2 squared minus 6 over 2 squared. So that's taking care of all of this. And now we're just going to add 5 onto the end of it. Now we can work through expanding the brackets and simplifying. So we get x plus 3 squared minus 3 squared was 9 plus 5. So we're going to get x plus 3 squared minus 4. So in this case, a is 3 and b is 4. Right, let's try an even harder one. Okay, so this time we don't have x squared at the front, we've got 2x squared, which is a problem. So we're going to, again, divide through to get rid of that 2 that we don't want in front of our x squared. So we're going to go 2 square brackets, divide this by 2 and you get x squared, and then we're going to divide the next term as well, so we get plus 4x, and the 3 we can again just leave on its own outside, so 3 over here isn't going to be affected. So now we've got the 2 outside the brackets, this looks like it's in the right form, x squared plus bx. We can complete the square on this and then times everything out by 2 in a minute. So 2 square brackets, complete the square on the inside. So 4 over 2 is going to be 2 minus 4 over 2 squared. So that's going to be minus 4. And then minus 3 at the end. So all we've done here is we've completed the square on this bit to get this bit. And our common mistake is because we're dividing by 2 and because we divided by 2 at the beginning as well, because there's a factor of 2, it's really easy to forget to divide by 2 that second time. So the first time we were just taking out a factor of 2. The second time we were completing the square on this and dividing by 2 because that's what's in our complete square equation. So just be careful with that. If you're taking out a factor of 2, you still need to go through the full process of completing the square in order to do things correctly. Okay, now we can expand the brackets, so times out by 2, and then bring in our minus 3. So 2 lots of x plus 2 squared, 2 times 4 is 8, minus 3 now can be added on the ends. So final answer is that. Okay, let's try one more of these. I'll leave this one up so you can kind of follow the method. So if you guys pause the video and give this one a go, it's the same method as this one, we just have some different factors in it. And I'll go through that one now. So first step, we need to take out the factor of 5 because we need it in that form there. So we're going to get 5 square brackets, x squared minus 3x, close the brackets, and then the plus 3 is just going to go on the end there. Now we're going to complete the square on what's inside the bracket. So x. Okay, so we have plus b. So in this case, b is minus 3. So we're going to get minus 3 over 2 squared minus 3 over 2 squared, close brackets, plus 3. So again, that is what we have completed the square on, if you like, using our equation over there. Okay, now we can simplify this. So let's sort out this bit first. So 3 over 2 squared is going to be 9 over 4. Squaring the minus sign makes it positive, and then times it by minus makes it negative overall. Now we can times through by 5. So 5 times 9 over 4 is going to be 45 over 4, and then plus 3. So now I need to turn 3 to have a common denominator so I can add these fractions together, or you could use a calculator. So that's going to be 12 over 4. So the whole thing is going to equal 5x minus 3 over 2 squared minus 33 over 4. There we go. Right, now the whole point of doing this, first of all, you can use this to solve a quadratic formula. So you could put this equal to 0 and rearrange to find out what x is. But what it actually tells us when we complete the square is what the minimum point or the maximum point of the quadratic is. So for this quadratic, the minimum point is this is our x coordinate, or the opposite of our x coordinate. So our x coordinate is going to be 3 over 2. And our y coordinate is given by this bit. So if I want to sketch this quadratic, this will tell me what the minimum point is. So if you add this to your notes, remember it's the opposite sign, kind of same as when you're solving a quadratic that you factorised, and this is the y coordinate, which has the same sign. So to sketch this, it's going to be 3 over 2, and then down to minus 33 over 4. That's our minimum point. And it crosses the y-axis at 3, so my quadratic is going to look something like that. Right, let's try some more of those, trying to find these minimum points. Right, so do you guys want to pause the video and try and find out what the coordinates of the minimum point of this quadratic are? So you need to complete the square, and then when it's in this form, you can read off the minimum x value, which is sign change, and the minimum y value with the sign as it is. And I'll go through that one now. So complete the square again, we've got 2, so we need to divide it by 2 to get it in this form. And leave the 10 on its own. Now we're going to complete the square on the bit in here. So divide 2 by 2 to get 1, minus 1 squared, times out our brackets. 1 squared is 1, times 2 is minus 2, plus 10, so we get 2 lots of x plus 1 squared plus 8. So our minimum point coordinates should be minus 1, So I can sketch this quadratic now. So quadratic with a minimum of -1, 8. And we know it passes through the y-axis at 10. So something like that. Cool. Right. Just to show you a quick example how we can solve a quadratic like this. Obviously this one doesn't have any solutions because it doesn't cross the x-axis, but we'll try and solve a quadratic via the completing the square method. So if you guys want to try this, there we go, solve this one, y equals x squared plus 6x plus 5. So complete square on it, set it equal to 0, and then rearrange to find out what x equals. So pause the video and give that one a go. So I've completed. So I've completed the square. I'm now going to set that equal, or simplify first. Set that equal to 0, add the 4 to both sides. Square root both sides. And then subtract 3. So x equals 2 take 3, which is -1, or -2 take 3, which is -5. So I can now sketch this quadratic because we know the roots, we know the solutions. So we have one solution at -1 and one at -5. We know it goes through the y-axis at +5. So and we also know its minimum point is at -3, -4. So our quadratic will look something like this. So minimum point given by these coordinates, y-intercept given by the 5, and our roots, solutions, or x-intercepts given by solving this equals 0. Remember, y equals 0 when we cross the x-axis. Cool. Right, you guys should be ready for the quiz. Feel free to re-watch anything in this video if you haven't understood it. We did go through it quite fast re-sketching these, but we are going to look a lot more at that next week. So just remember these key points. Y-intercept, minimum point coordinates, and our x-intercept or roots